Thank you for inviting me. So I'll walk through in a few minutes who is eligible, who is not eligible, what do you need to do to get your, if anything, what do you need to do, if anything, to get your economic impact payments. So who is eligible? It's US residents can receive an economic impact payment of up to $1,200 for individuals or head of households, or $2,400 for married filing jointly. But they both taxpayers need to have the Social Security number, like Carrie just said, except for one exception. If you're a military spouse, you have a Social Security number and your spouse has an I-10, then you're eligible. That's the only exception. Otherwise, both, if it's the head of household, the head of household has to have a Social Security number. If it's two joint, then both have to have a Social Security number. And of course, the dependents do too. So there's an income limit. It's $75,000 for individuals, $112,500 for head of households, and $150,000 for married. And it's not a cliff. So after that, there's a reduction in amount. And I'm not going to go through that in the interest of time. So I just talked about who is eligible, and I'll go a little bit more on who is not eligible. Is if you exceed the income limit, you are not eligible, or the amount is reduced. You're not eligible if you can be claimed as a dependent on someone else's return. So for example, this would include a child or student, older dependent that can be claimed on a parent's return. So if the child is on a parent's return, the child cannot file or will receive a separate $1,200. You do not have a valid Social Security number, you're not eligible. You're a non-resident alien, you're not eligible. You filed a Form 1040-NR or 1040-PR or 1040-SS for 2019. So I mentioned how much it is worth. It is after $75,000, there's a reduction of $5 for each 100 above the $75,000. So, and then, the reduction goes up. So the other question we receive a lot is, do people have to take any action to receive this economic impact statement? For most taxpayers, which is a vast majority of taxpayers, they do not need to take any action. What the statute requires us to do is look at the 2019 return, to look at the AGI and the filing status. If there is no 2019 return, look at the 2018 return to that. So if we have either a 2018 return or 2019 return, no, the taxpayers don't need to do anything. If we have direct deposit information in either the 2018 return or the 2019 return, the amount will be sent to the individuals or along with the dependent. The EIPs will be sent directly to their bank account. They don't need to do anything. They will receive their payments in their bank account based on the direct deposit information we have on the file returns. Those who do not have, for whom we do not have direct deposit information, and they're usually people who owed us money rather than a refund, we will issue a paper check, but the paper checks take a long time. So what we're doing, and we should have a web app ready to go a little after April 15th. I'm guessing April 17th or shortly thereafter, called Where is My Economic Impact Payment? Which is very similar to Where is My Refund? You go on irs.gov, go to that, you can click on it, put your Social Security number, and you can find out where your economic impact payment is. So you know when it is coming or if you've received it. If you did not give us a direct deposit information in their last two returns, 2018, 2019, you can put in your direct deposit information. So go as soon as the web app opens give us the direct deposit information. You will get your money faster than receiving a check. So I hope this is clear. So instead, because checks take time, if people want to go in and put their bank information, they can go into this web app, where is my economic impact payment, which is not there right now. It will be April 17th, to go put their direct deposit information. For people who get the SSA, who are on Social Security or Railroad retirement benefits, they get retirements, they do not need to do anything. They will, we and the fiscal services have their direct deposit information. We will send them a $1,200, assuming, you know, we'll just send them a $1,200 economic impact payment. Now, who has to do something? People who are non-filers, people who fall under the taxable income, where they are under the standard deduction and did not need to legally file a return. We are creating a free file, you know, the Free File Alliance, where people can go file their return for free based on their income. We should have that up and running in a couple days, where people can go in and give us very little amount of information, your name, your Social Security number, some authentication, and your direct deposit if you have a bank, and give us that information, and we will send either their payments through direct deposit or through a check if they don't give us the direct deposit information. So there are a number of people who don't file a return legally. They're not required to file a return because their taxable income is below the standard deduction. We do not have information on those folks. So we really ask them to go into irs.gov next week. If not, you know, we should have the Free File, working with Free File Alliance, we should have that information. People should be able to go in and provide us their information so they will get the economic impact payments. The law requires that after we send the payments, within 14 days, we provide a notice saying you should have received a payment if you haven't called this number. That notice is a one-page notice. It will be on English on one side and Spanish on the other side. So that notice should be received within 14 days of us providing the economic impact statement. Another thing I want to say, and it is very important, is watch out for scams. There are scams and fraudsters out there right now. We have our criminal investigation and our Inspector General looking at it. So please do not give your private information to anybody who says, I can get the payment form from the IRS for you. That's really important to us. Thank you.